Another day in another practice officially in the books for the Washington Commanders. Now today was different. The first day of padded practices are here, and we have so much to talk about: news, notes, highlights, who stood out in one-on-ones, who stood out in 7-on-7s. We're going to talk about everything you need to know, but the majority of today was fun. 11-on-11 goal line work as well, full pads. Yeah, it's going to be a good video. Now, before we jump into all the news, notes, and highlights, I need you guys to do me a massive favor and go follow all of the Commanders media members on X right now, guys. I promise you, you will not regret it. They work so hard every day to get content out for you, whether it's highlights or news and notes from around practice, and it will feel like you're literally there if you cannot make it. Go follow them on X right now. Scott Abraham, John Keim, the Commanders, Zach Shelby, Linnell Willingham, JP Finlay. There's so many great ones, and I'm telling you right now, you will not regret it. With that being said, let's kind of dive into the video and talk a little bit about today's practice. Now, Wiley was back at right tackle, and the rookie Coleman was at left tackle. Coleman has been getting, so much buzz around camp. Dude, I'm telling you guys, he's going to be good. It might not be, translating into year one, but for the future, I would not be surprised at all if this is their future tackle going forward. I mean, he just looks great. Now, Coleman is doing a really good job sealing off blockers, doing a good job in the running game, allowing Austin Eckler, allowing Brian Robinson, and even some other guys like Chris Rodriguez to break off major runs. And yes, he is one of the biggest X factors in the running game at that left tackle position, but also plays very importantly, as a blind side to Jaden Daniels. So obviously, if he's playing left tackle, right away, they trust this dude. Okay, so that was one of the biggest takeaways for me. When you look at the kick return drills, we saw Austin Eckler, we saw Demir Bird, Mike Sainristil, we saw Zacchaeus Davis, Casimir Allen, Dotson, Crowder, Emmanuel Forbes as well. So they're still trying to go through, they're trying to go through it and see who is going to be the most electric kick returner. With the new kickoff rules, things are going to get exciting. You need to have the right guy back there. Brian Robinson had a touchdown to start team drills behind Mike Dieter, who was working as the first team left guard. And remember, Brandon Coleman was over there as well. So shout out to Mike Dieter and Brandon Coleman. Brian Robinson getting a huge touchdown to start practice. Jaden Daniels was once again in another practice getting starting reps in 11-on-11s. Earlier on in the training camp session, we saw a lot of, Marcus Mariota getting those reps, but right now it seems like Jaden Daniels is in full swing of getting a lot of those reps. And, listen, it's full pads, it's goal line work, and Jaden Daniels is your quarterback. That should tell you a lot about who they think is their guy. So Jaden Daniels had a couple of really nice throws, but Mariota had a really good throw when it came to 11-on-11s. 1-2 Zacchaeus on a quick slant touchdown, fit it into a tight window. It was beautiful. So Mariota did have a really nice pass in practice today. Jamison Crowder wrapped up the 2-point conversion drill with a wide open touchdown from Driscoll. Hopefully I said that right. Jeff Driscoll. I don't know why I said Driscoll. Jeff Driscoll. So we also had the starting defense out there really working hard. Dorrance Armstrong, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen. Also saw Cleveland Farrell getting a lot of starting reps today. So, hey guys, listen, coming out of college, he was a unit, both in the run game and getting to the quarterback. This is a guy who, maybe or might not be a starter day one, but is someone that can rotate in. And right now, he's already getting reps to the one. So that's definitely a position that I would keep your eye on going forward. Before we get any further into the video, and trust me, we have a lot of really cool things to talk about in a second. Before we get into that, do me a favor, guys, hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Commanders throughout the entirety of not only training camp, but preseason, regular season, breaking down film, breaking down, some analysis. We got you guys covered every single preseason or training camp practice. Don't worry, this is your stop. for all things Washington Commanders, as well as the Commanders beat reporters that you can follow. Also, if you want to watch some Commanders games with me, we will be live streaming them on Twitch at MattyDubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. With that being said, let's get back into the video. Like I said, Daron Payne has been a beast. Probably would have had a sack today on Jayden Daniels if they were hitting the quarterback. If it was live action, Jayden Daniels would have gotten absolutely demolished. So keep that in mind. Also had another big time block by Brandon Coleman versus Clelin Ferrell, putting him down on the ground after Clelin Ferrell tried to get by him and Brandon Coleman was not having it. So again, Brandon Coleman continuing to showcase why he is a different breed. Chris Rodriguez is starting to really build some chemistry with Mariota, catching passes out the backfield, and he did that today. And you know what? He actually is becoming really good in, blocking situations as well. And even after the catch, there was one play after the catch, he caught one from Mariota, and he absolutely demolished a couple of guys, getting them on the ground and getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Chris Rodriguez, might not be the number 1, the number 2, but again, another guy really starting to showcase some physicality during practice so far. Jeremy Chin, Zach Ertz going at it in practice today. Daniels just missed him outside, and Jeremy Chin is a guy who's highly underrated. Man, the disrespect that he got from last season when the Panthers played him out of position, well, he's back, and he's in a good defensive system with Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. This dude is going to be an X factor, and I would not be surprised at all. You know what? Let me give you guys a hot take, and you comment down below how you feel about it. Jeremy Chin, Pro Bowl next season. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, now that he's back in his starting spot or his comfortability spot at safety, this dude's gonna be a beast once again. I am telling you right now, I'm excited for him. Terry McLaurin actually had a drop today. Was a great throw by Jayden Daniels. Terry, you got to bring it in. That's okay. We'll clean it up. Daniels had his first completion of 11-on-11s to Kashmir Allen, who seems to be in a really good spot right now, just continuing to make noise, continuing to make plays, and he is a guy who has been moving up this depth chart, man. Right now, he's listed as like 12th, but man, I would not be surprised at all if he's your 6th or even 5th when it comes to the start of the season. Let's see, what else do we have here? We had a Jeremy Chin, another big-time breakup in coverage. Back-to-back touchdowns for Jayden Daniels. A drop off to Eckler on the left side. Got in there for a touchdown. And then had another one to Zacchaeus on an out route. Good anticipation. Throwing before he broke on the route. And it was perfectly thrown. Another great one for Jayden Daniels. And then had another one that should have been a touchdown. Terry McLaurin just missed it like we said earlier. So could have had 3 touchdowns in a row. And then Jayden Daniels does throw another touchdown to, I believe, Austin Eckler, I want to say. But going forward, we have Dante Fowler, another guy trying to rotate in with the ones, trying to get a starting job alongside Dorrance Armstrong. He blew up a big-time run in the backfield. Could have been a huge play if he wasn't there. There was nobody left behind him. Probably would have been like a big one for the offense. But Dante Fowler makes a big-time play there. Overall, you look at the cornerbacks, that is a big position of, question right now, but it looks like Forbes, Benjamin St-Juste, and Davis will probably battle it out as the outside DBs. Other guys will probably get some looks as well. Nick Allegretti getting out on a screen quickly for McNichols and helping him out there. Sinnott, he's been struggling with some drops here and there. They love what he can do as a versatile player, dynamic player, but today, another drop. Definitely don't love to see that. Keandre Jones, another guy making a big name for himself, getting to the quarterback, creating pressure, and just making sure this team is on point. Derek Forrest is running with the 3s. Sam Hartman had a dime to Jamison Crowder, but could have been a sack if they were hitting the quarterback. And then, like we said, Farrell getting some runs with the 1s. That's pretty much it, man. It was a really fun practice day. Wanted to get through it quickly. Didn't want this to be a 15-minute video. So, guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. We will be covering the Commanders every single day of practice. So, make sure you guys stay tuned. Another video coming out tomorrow for another padded practice. I believe they practice tomorrow. Let me know. But hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys